Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about the compensation plan. I'm only going to go up to executive in this video because not everybody is at silver, and so it gets a little bit more complicated because there's another aspect that we have to add with the PGV. And so for right now, for you guys as you're starting out, for you to really understand and grasp like how the compensation plan works, I'm only going to go up to executive, okay? So, so I have right here star, senior star, and executive. On Young Living's compensation plan, you'll see that there's another little area right here that says distributor. And basically, you become a distributor when you buy a kit. So whether or not you're doing the business, you're a distributor technically. And that just means that you've purchased more than $50 in one calendar year. And so you remain a distributor or wholesale member. So once you start to do the business, you can start to rank. And you can see that PV, which what we talked about in the other one is personal volume, and that remains the same all the way across the board. You always must put in $100 for you to make all of the commissions off of your downline. So whether you're on ER or not, you always have to put in 100 PV to get a paycheck. So that's really important for you guys to understand. So that's what personal volume is all the way across, all the way up to Royal Crown Diamond. Star to Royal Crown Diamond, it's $100. And then we have right here OGV, and that's what I talked about in the other video. It stands for Organizational Growth Group Volume, sorry. And so that's just everybody underneath you, under your downline, whether you have enrolled them or whether they have been stacked underneath you. It's everybody that's underneath you. So that's what OGV stands for. So for STAR, you would put in 100 PV, and if you, including that 100 PV, had $500 OGV, you would rank to STAR. If you had 500 OGV and you only put $50 in or $75 in, you would not rank to STAR, and that is how it is for every single one. In order for you to rank, you must put the 100 PV in, and you must have over the OGV. So that's what STAR is. And then for your levels, you would get paid 8% on your level 1, 5% on your level 2, and 4% on your level 3. So those are those tiers underneath you that we talked about in the other video. It's just, so say that you had your 2 legs, and that's who you started stacking. Those are your level 1, and then them underneath that, who you have stacked underneath them or who they have enrolled, would be your level 2, and then it just keeps going down. And we have a graphic in Team Epic that you can look and get a better visual idea of, but that's just how the levels work. So that's what you would make off of those. So say you hit STAR, and then the next month or the month after that, you were going to go for Senior Star. You would have to put your 100 PV in. You would have to get an overall gross volume of 2,000, including that 100 and everybody underneath you. And you would get paid 8% on your level 1, 5% on your level 2, 4% on your level 3, and then with Senior Star, you're going to get paid on your level 4 as well, and that's going to be 4%. Okay, so all of those add up. For those of you who have been with us for a while, you would know when I say this. So say that you're just starting out in the business, and this is how this is going to work visually. And you don't have 100 PV to put in, but you sold a couple kits, and so you want to make the commission off of the kits. You would be able to put $50 in, and you would still make the kit bonuses, but you would not make the other money underneath it, which would be these 8%, 5%, and 4% on people underneath you. So if you were getting into it and you just didn't have the money up front, but you still wanted to make that $50 back on a kit sale, you would have to put in $50. But if you wanted to make all of the commissions underneath you, then you would have to put in that $100, and then you would make these additional commissions as well. Okay, and the same with Senior Star, same with it all the way up the line. Okay, so the next one would be executive. And executive is really exciting to hit. Young Living has a great program. Once you hit executive, you have 6 months to hit silver, and they reward you for doing that in 6 months. It's called Silver in 6, and there's a program that they have. Currently, right now, you would get the Aroma Complete, which is worth $2,500 of oils for free. But I know that they're changing that, and they're supposed to be making it better, but that's not going to be effective until April of 2016. So for right now, if you were to hit executive, you'd have 6 months from the month that you hit to hit silver, and you would get rewarded for that, okay? So executive is, again, 100 PV. Your OGV is going to be 4,000, and I know that that can seem pretty high when you first start this, because I remember feeling overwhelmed, like how am I going to get to 4,000? But when you have other people that are working it underneath you, you're all working as a team, and so it's really not that hard to hit executive once you have additional people underneath you helping you, because you know, if you get 500 or 1,000 and they get 500 or 1,000 and then their person gets 500 or whatever, it really starts to add up kind of quickly. So so don't be overwhelmed by that number. It's easy to get to if you have people underneath you that are helping you get there. Okay, so we have the 100 PV requirement, the 4,000 OGV requirement, and then when you hit executive, there's one more requirement that you're going to need, and that is going to be 2 legs at 1,000 OGV each, okay? And so that means that your level 1, actually, let me finish this and then I'll write it out. So you would also get paid the 8% on your level 1, the 5% on your level your level 2, the 4% on your level 3, the 4% on your level 4, and the 4% on your level 5, okay? And so that's how that works. And I'm going to write out what it looks like to be executive. Once you start to rank, there are requirements. And even though you would have like the OGV or you would have the legs, you still wouldn't rank because you have to meet all of the requirements in order for you to actually rank, okay? So I'm just going to give you an example of what it looks like to be executive, okay? And you must have all of these in there, okay? So this is you, all right? And you put in your 100 PV for that month, okay? And say that you, with star, you got your first business leg, and we'll call them Betty, okay? And then you hit senior star, and you were able to get your second business leg, okay? And we're going to call them Sue. All right? So this is for executive. Okay? So you would have to have your 100 PV in. Betty would have to have their 100 PV in. Sue would have to have her 100 PV in. And Betty would also have to have 1,000 OGV. Sue would also have to have 1,000 OGV in her leg, okay? Those are the requirements for executive. You, on your total downline, so it wouldn't matter if you had, a stack over here that wasn't doing the business, but they put in a $300 PV order. Say Bob put in a $300 PV order, okay? That bumped your OGV up. And then say you had another random over here that wasn't doing the business, but they had signed somebody up in previous, and they put a $300 PV order in, and they put a $200 order PV order in, okay? So do you see how it's adding up for your total gross 4,000 OGV, okay? So for you to hit executive, you need that 4,000 OGV. You need to be at 100 PV. Your 2 legs need to be at 100 PV each plus 1,000 OGV with their people underneath here. And then these guys and then these guys under here are going to help you get to that 4,000 OGV number. And that is how you hit executive. If you do this and you find your business legs at first, it's really It's really going to help you rank quicker if you are able to get 2 business legs. Not everybody is, and so it might take them a little bit longer. I will tell you that once you get to a certain point in this business, people just start to do, you don't have to look for business people. You just will start to get them. You'll get like 5 in 1 month, or you'll get like 2 in 1 month. You don't have to really look for them. And so that's a whole new video in itself, is strategically stacking. But when you're doing the business, I would highly suggest for you, as you're setting up your legs, to always reach out to your enroller and ask them where to stack them, because that is going to help you rank quicker. And we will ask you questions like, is this person putting 100 PV in? Do they love their oils? Are they actually, trying? Or are they just going to tell you that? Those are things that we will help you decide so that you can effectively stack and rank as quickly as possible. So that is how the compensation plan works from star, senior, star, and executive.